Some people walk with an unpretentious stride. Some people glide. Some people glide. Some people talk with a faint and fleeting smile. And some people smile all the while. Some people never have learned to show their pain. Some people don't know how much they have to gain by letting go. Some people walk through this world with squinted eyes. Some people fly. Some people fly. Don't I know you? No, we've never met before. Pleased to meet you. What a mystery and wonder we've in store. Some people stand as if balancing a crown. Some people frown, their head hung down. Some people dance with their arms flung in the air, and some never dare. Some never dare. Some people never have learned to show their love. Some people just don't know how much they got to was thinking low. Sorry. Some people fall to the canvas with one blow. Some people roll. Some people roll. Don't I know you? Sure, I think we've met before. Pleased to meet you once again. I'd like to get to know you more and more and more. Some people crawl on their tiny knees and hands. Some learn to stand. Some learn to stand. Some people lie on their backs and face the sky. And some people die. Some people die. Some people never have learned to laugh out loud. Some people just don't like to stand alone against the crowd. Some people watch their lives go by the years. Some face their fears. Some face their fears. Don't I know you? Sure, you are my oldest friend. And it's so nice to know this friendship never, never has to end. Lie, 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 lie. Some people never have learned to show their pain. Some people don't know how much they have to gain by letting go. Some people walk through this world with squinted eyes. Some people fly. Some people fly.
Thank Thank you, Braden. That was beautiful. Love your music. Great song. The lesson title today is A Higher Purpose. We are called to transformation. Like the caterpillar is called to become the butterfly, we are called to be the Christ, the light of the world. And we are called to fulfill our dreams, those true soul desires that are really spirit telling us to grow. And we do that, we grow, we transform, and we fulfill our dreams through the power of our heart-based intentions. I love what Gary Zukov teaches about intention. He said, every experience and every change in your experience reflects an intention. An intention is not only a desire, it is the use of your will. It is a determination to act in a certain way. And he goes on to say, every intention sets energy into motion, whether we are conscious of it or not. We create in each moment, each word that we speak, each act carries intelligence, and therefore is an intention that shapes light. I love that. An intention that shapes light. And that's really what the Fillmores, the co-founders of Unity, taught as well. Our intention and attention, or faith, shape our experiences. What we intend becomes our reality. Deepak Chopra said, attention energizes and intention transforms. So whatever we place our attention on grows stronger, and whatever we take our attention from will wither and disappear. Intention then triggers transformation of energy and information and organizes its own fulfillment. So when we combine the two, our attention and our intention, we cannot fail. It is a law. So vision and mission statements are intention to realize a higher purpose. And we just spoke of our new ones this morning. Our vision centered in prayer, we create for all a world of love, harmony, and abundance. You know, the word love was chosen because what can be more important? I mean, love does make the world go round. It is gravity. It is the essence of everything. And harmony was chosen because it was chosen really rather than peace, because you can have peace without harmony, but harmony is peace and even more. And abundance is really unlimited blessings in all areas of our lives. So this is such a powerful vision statement. And, you know, Proverbs says, without vision, the people perish. Vision is so important. Viktor Frankl, who was a psychologist who survived the Nazi death camps, said that in all his studying of the survivors, he determined that the number one reason they survived was a sense of future vision. And that's what vision is. Vision is our future reality, our idealized future reality. Also, Greg Anderson, a medical doctor who survived cancer and interviewed hundreds of survivors, found out the number one reason for survival was vision and mission, a sense of something left to do. So, vision is essential. It's our ideal future reality. And a mission is a statement of intention describing what we are in the business of doing. It's the way we engage in fulfilling our vision. So, our new mission statement is celebrating spirit, exploring truths, awakening hearts, inspiring dreams, serving community. You know, we just finished this process of renewing these statements. And by writing and then speaking them out loud, they become an affirmation that activates the law of attraction. So we combine our attention, which energizes, and intention, which transforms, and call forth our collective desire. So when a core group meets and does this type of visioning work, it sets a new tone in consciousness that ripples throughout the entire spiritual community and beyond. So, you know, think about our mission. So first, celebrating spirit. You know, really, all that we do is about celebrating spirit. Even being here on Sunday, whether we're here or whether we're virtual, the idea is we are connecting with one another in spirit. There's a celebration in that. We're celebrating through our music and our songs, through our meditation and prayer, through our lessons, through connecting with each other. So celebrating spirit is essential. And the second part of our statement is exploring truths. We added an S to truth so that it doesn't come across that we have the one and only truth, but that we are exploring truths together. This is studying teachings, our unity teachings, eclectic teachings that convey truth, that synthesize truth for us. So again, a powerful part of this statement. And the third aspect of this mission is awakening hearts. And you know, we can have our hearts awakened by simply showing up at Unity. I can't tell you through the years how many people I've seen who walk through the door and end up in tears because they feel like they've come home. How many of you felt like you came home when you first showed up at Unity? So many. And it is that feeling of having our heart awakened. I remember I had a former congregant in another church who told me that, well, she was an attorney. She said she was very left brain, very linear, and she wanted me to know that she never cried, never cried. And she even had her friend pass away while I was there, didn't cry a tear. But she sat there every Sunday and listened, took it all in, and she began to connect with a few people. And out of that, she began to start to volunteer, to serve. And then I noticed she was paying more attention to the lessons. And then she became riveted. And pretty soon, I began to see her eyes fill with tears. And after a while, she would just let them flow freely down her cheeks. It was such an amazing transformation to see this heart awakening. That's a powerful part of being involved. And then the next part of the mission statement is inspiring dreams. Often after our hearts are awakened, we have our dreams inspired. I think also it's the teaching. The teaching is that we have a divine identity, that we are a lot more than we ever believed. We are the Christ in potential. And with that comes the knowing that our gifts and talents are even greater than we ever believed. And as we come to know that, we dream bigger. Our dreams are inspired. And so we are inspired through the teaching, and we're inspired through one another. And then finally, serving community. And serving community is such an important part of what we do. As a matter of fact, when I first came here to apply for this position, one of the main things I noticed was the level of outreach in this community. So we serve one another. We serve our children. We serve adults, men and women. We serve our seniors. And, we are an inclusive community. So we serve all who show. And we reach out. We have this outreach program. The leadership, the commitment, the outreach is powerful and is there. We serve meals once a month to those in the community who want to come. That's Family Table, Family Promise. We've been involved in serving the homeless, those families that need support and shelter and food, and it goes on and on. So we have this powerful outreach, and that's an important part of our mission here, sacred service, which is one of our values. And so this is a really important mission statement. And one of the things that I think is important about it is that it gives us a way to own it. So we can each own this mission statement. One of the reasons we created it the way we did is so that we could easily remember it. Now, it may take a while of saying it every week, but we'll begin to remember it. But in owning this mission, you could ask yourself, for example, as you show up on a Sunday, how can I activate this mission today? And so you might want to think of all 5 parts of it, or you might decide, well, today I'm going to focus on one part, like celebrating Spirit. I'm going to focus in on celebrating Spirit in all that I do this day. When I listen, I'm really going to feel my celebration of Spirit. Or maybe it's, exploring truth. I decide I'm going to sign up for a class and explore truths with others. Or maybe it's heart awakening. Perhaps I decide I'm going to connect with that person I've been wanting to connect with, and I'm going to share a heart-based story of my own that might awaken their heart. Or I can inspire somebody's dreams by complimenting them, by telling them what I already believe about them and their abilities. And serving community. Perhaps I decide that I'm going to share, tithe of my time, my talent, my treasure. So there's so many ways we can begin to own this mission, each one of us. We can do it collectively, but personally, we can own it. And I think that's so powerful. Wayne Dyer said, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Also, we can go along in life buffeted about by the winds of chance, or we can take hold of our destiny, both collectively in our spiritual community and personally in our own lives. That's why it becomes important to discern our collective mission, but also a personal one. What is our specific higher purpose? Why are we here on the planet at this time? Author Laurie Beth Jones writes of Jesus' mission statement. He said, I came that they might have life and have it abundantly. He certainly had a vision of an abundant life for all in oneness with Spirit. Everything he did was a result of his mission. Turning water into wine, playing with children, holding seminars by the sea, challenging the current religious system. Every action flowed from or related back to his intention for abundant life. When a woman in adultery was brought to him, he refused to judge her, saying, my mission is not to condemn, but to give life. It said when Siddhartha Gautama was enlightened and became the Buddha, he had the opportunity to move on from this life and dwell in higher planes, but he chose to stay and lived 50 more years. He vowed to keep returning until all people are awake. So today, serious students take the Bodhisattva vow, which is to return life after life until all people are awake. What was the Buddha's vision? The awakening of all sentient beings. What was his mission? Loving, teaching, serving to awaken all sentient beings. The vision is the ideal future reality. The mission is how we get there. It's what we do, what business we're in, how we go about it. So my vision is an enlightened, loving, and harmonious world. My personal mission is to serve God, to teach truth, and be a compassionate catalyst for enlightened growth and transformation. Now, I've had that mission for years, but I don't necessarily recommend having the same one for years unless it still applies as much as it ever did. So I revisit it all the time, and it's important to revisit our missions. I did not say my vision, or my mission rather, was to be a unity minister. Our role is not our personal mission. It is one of the ways by which we realize our mission. So if we're not conscious, we'll have the experience of wanting to say or to intend one thing and finding ourselves saying or intending something else. We'll want our lives to move in one direction and find they're moving in another. We'll desire to release a painful pattern from our experience and see it reappear again and again. So it's time to release unconscious intentions and become conscious. So it's good to set an intention to stay awake, to wake up and stay awake. So there's a very humorous story about how one woman's intentions were not exactly what was perceived by others. It's called Letter from Grandma. And let's see if your sense of humor is alive and well. Got a letter from Grandma the other day. She writes, "The other day I went up to a local Christian bookstore and saw a Honk If You Love Jesus bumper sticker. I was feeling very sassy that day because I just come from a thrilling choir performance followed by a thunderous prayer meeting. So I bought the sticker, Honk If You Love Jesus, and I put it on my bumper. Boy, am I glad I did. What an uplifting experience that followed. I was stopped at a red light at a busy intersection, just lost in thought about the Lord and how good he is, and I didn't notice the light had changed. It's a good thing someone else loves Jesus, because if he hadn't honked, I'd never have noticed. I found that lots of people love Jesus. Why, while I was sitting there, the guy behind started honking like crazy. And then he leaned out of his window and he screamed, "For the love of God, go, go, go. Jesus Christ, go." What an exuberant cheerleader he was for Jesus. Everyone started honking. I just leaned out of my window and I started waving and smiling at all those loving people. I even honked my horn a few times to share in the love. There must have been a man from Florida back there, because I heard him yelling something about a sunny beach. I saw another guy waving in a funny way with only his middle finger stuck up in the air. And I asked my teenage grandson, who was sitting in the back seat, what it meant. He said it was probably a Hawaiian good luck sign or something. Well, I've never met anyone from Hawaii, so I leaned out the window and I gave him the good luck sign back. My grandson burst out laughing. Why, even he was enjoying the experience. A couple of the people were so caught up in the joy of the moment, they got out of their cars and they started walking towards me. I bet they wanted to pray or ask me what church I attended. But this is when I noticed the light had changed. So I waved to all my sisters and brothers, and I drove on through the intersection. And I noticed I was the only car that got through before the light changed again. And I felt kind of sad I had to leave them after all the love we had shared. So I slowed the car down, leaned out of the window, and gave them all the Hawaiian good luck sign one last time as I drove away. Praise the Lord for such wonderful folks. Sounds like you do have a sense of humor. So, are our thoughts, words, and actions congruent with our intention, our greater purpose? Hopefully so. Hopefully so. So as we work on our personal mission statement, it makes a difference when we bring the consciousness of our heart and soul to our intention-setting process. Rather than let our personality direct the show, we bring spirit into the experience. In other words, what is God's will? What is my heart telling me? Because my heart's desire will be the same as God's will. What do I really want? Not what do I think I should want. Then we create a reality that reflects divine will. It reflects our heart and soul rather than our ego. So here's some ways to access and create your own mission statement. And let me first say there's a handout describing this process already scheduled to be emailed to you immediately following service today. So you'll have it and you won't need to scramble to take any notes and you won't have to remember. And if you don't receive it, just email me or email Brandy. Brandy's address is unity@unitynorthmn.org and just ask us for a copy of it. So just briefly, the process, a helpful process might be, first, to find your mission, ask yourself, one, what most excites me in or about the world? What most excites me in or about the world? And next, what most angers me in or about the world? And then make a list, writing as many powerful verbs as you can, and then pick 3 of them. 3 verbs you love, such as inspire, create, explore. And then ask, what is my core value? What do I stand for? What principle, value, or purpose in one word? Is it joy, service, family, freedom, or something else? And then, whom am I here to help? For Jesus, it was the lost sheep of Israel. Is it the environment, education, children, the poor, spiritual seekers, animals, the homeless, my family, my friends, or just people in general? There is an endless list. And then put it together. Now that may sound a little easier than it is, but it takes a little working with. So here are just some examples from others, and you can tell he didn't follow it exactly, but it's what comes in the process. So these examples. One is, my mission is to create, nurture, and maintain an environment of growth and unlimited potential for those around me. Another is, my mission is to foster innovation, enhance cooperation, and create prosperity for all whom I serve. One said, my mission is to inhale every sunrise and look under every rock for the joy life has to offer. Another says, my mission is to love all those I encounter through the power of my presence. And another, my mission is to be a peacemaker in all that I do. So as for your own mission statement, a good one will be inspiring, exciting, clear, and engaging. It will be specific to you and your particular gifts and dreams. So, and that's at this time of your life now, because they can change over time. And if the mission you come up with does not meet these criteria, rework it until it does. Make sure all your activities can flow from and relate back to your mission. Take time, reflect, meditate, set an intention, and ask the Holy Spirit to reveal your mission to you, and it will be done. And in closing today, this is a quote from Jean Shinoda Bowen in Crossing to Avalon. I have often felt myself to be a point of light connected to everyone I have ever loved or mattered to, each also being a point of light in turn connected to those they love, so that somehow we are all part of a vast web of twinkling lights. I think each individual light can grow brighter or dimmer over the course of a lifetime, and that whenever a light goes out on this web, it affects me. It feels as if everyone who acts compassionately works to raise consciousness, to save the planet, to make a difference in some significant way, is linked to everyone else who also does. So whether we are focused on our own mission or that of our greater spiritual community, Unity North Spiritual Center, we are all linked together in a higher purpose. Thank you. God bless you.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one.
Thank you very much. That's probably one of my favorite songs. It's all about possibility and hope. Now is the time in our service when we bless our offerings. Since we aren't collecting them live, we invite you to go to our website, unitynorthmn.org, find the donation button, and you can use that and give your offering there. For those of you in our building, we have a basket at the end of our sanctuary, by a sanctuary door, and you could leave your offering there. If you prefer to mail a check, I'm one of those. You can send it to our...
Oh, sorry.
Maybe I shouldn't do that. So, got a little feedback there on that idea. Okay, so, but if you like to mail a check, you can send it to our address. That's also listed on our website. So now, let us speak our offering together. Join me, please. Divine love flowing through me now blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and I am grateful. Now we'll have offering song. Thank you. And now it's time for our announcements. The Monday night evening chats with me, it'll be at 7 p.m. on Central Daylight Time. Candy and I had a great time last week, so we do have it this coming Monday. And starting in June, July, and August, we're going to be going down to once a month. So please come Monday, and you can help select which one you wanted, what days you want. Otherwise, we're just going to do it for you. So the link, again, is on the screen, as you can see on the announcements. The men's group meets the second Thursday in person and the fourth Thursday on Zoom, and that's at 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. You can call Jim Cox. He's got the number listed there. And our next meeting will be this Thursday on Zoom, May 26th. The Wheel of the Year. This is the shamanic series with Carl Schlotterbeck on Zoom. It'll be Tuesday, May 24th, 7 p.m. Please check our website so that you can register. Yard Cleanup Day. 11:45 a.m. on Sunday, June 5th. So that's 2 Sundays from today. Please dress accordingly, or bring your favorite weeding clothes and change then, and bring tools. Weeding is going to be the main focus. It's a great way to work on releasing and letting go at the same time. So we invite you to come. Family Table Drive. It is this week, Thursday, May 26th. We start serving at 5 p.m. But we help pack and serve the meals, and we do that prior. So please contact Kathleen Bailey. Her email and phone are listed on the on our screen right there, and it's fun. Tater tot hot dish this week. Just letting you know, it's always a good one. Prayer chaplain is Cindy Huberty, and her phone number, I'm going to repeat it, 612-749-9914. She is available for you right after service, so please call her. Thank you.
All right, well, just thank you to everybody who participated today. Thank you to Chris, as always. He's doing about 4 things at once all the time. He does a great job. And thank you to Wendy. And also, let's give a special thank you to Braden. And now let's join together in our prayer for protection. Please stand if you're here. Together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And now we stand in place for our peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God as our Creator. Family, all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let love begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Thank you so much. And now it's social time, and we usually ask our virtual people first if they have anything to share. So before we start making noise here, we can hear you better.